And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, run capital lock.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. On first down, Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second rounder from Penn State. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A big play there for Philly. An even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the red zone now, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. Now the ball comes loose, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Barkley. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Now Wentz on third down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. They begin with a run by Barkley. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 46 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman.
Good stuff. Keep those guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, G. Here I come again.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Scott, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter play. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this 1st half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Barkley had his biggest game yardage-wise against these Eagles last year pretty early on in the season. 130 on the ground, 99 more through the air on 9 catches. Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A toss out to Barkley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 44, Watson. Looking sideline, incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
53. I got you. 53 the mic.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 58 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
14, Giants 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Sunday.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, it's Scott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Wentz going to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Lorenzo Carter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Push him back. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go, 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 go. 53 to Mike. Alert. Get in the way. 59. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Watson on third down. Got a man, Slayton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. 3rd and long. It's Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Parks. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
There we go. Back. Waiting. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now the Purdue man. This is Akeem Hunt. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Let's go.
Gotta love everything about that run, except for maybe a couple of things. You got to wonder, do you fight a little harder to get into the end zone instead of going out at the 2-yard line? And I know one thing, not a fantasy football, guys.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Akeem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll run on first down. Scott. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground again here. A gain there of 21 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start that. The 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Isaiah Crowell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Saquon Barkley running right. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Watson. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Watson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Number 28, Mike, he's coming.
Watson now to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Watson. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll go to Barkley again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
57's mine. Orbit. Let you play. I can't believe they
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up. Past the 30.
go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Eagle first down.
Ready, set. 57's the mic. Hey, here we go. Check 26, check 26.
Back to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
24 down, he's coming. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. I'm on. 24. 57's Mike. Mike plus 5. You better be afraid of me. Line up.
After the interception, here's Watson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 24. You got tight.
To throw is Watson. Throwing again. Catch made by Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Get ready. What's up? 19. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Watson on first down. It's complete to Golden Tate. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Watson looks to throw again. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Mike 5-4.
Back to throw here. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's into the clear. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They begin with a run by Crowell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's taken in at the 9. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 17, Watson finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st down, Watson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You must be dreaming. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. I know.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. He completes it to Tate. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3. From the red zone now, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Now Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now it's Watson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Now Watson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Rosas now to add the PAT. And the third time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. This is Crowell. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall.